mind, and spirit. Okay, it's like a triangle. And it goes like that quite often on a regular basis. And we don't often actually understand that. So our body, our temple, right, our minds are connected. And when it's connected to the spirit within, which is your gut, right, your heart chakra, that is all in line. When it's all in line with something spiritual, you feel connected, right? So when it's connected, it feels more at peace. You feel in a peace. You are able to actually release whatever it is that you are struggling to let go of. Because we all have that difficulty in life. So when we come across this means that we are needing to overcome obstacles. So when we have past difficulties that we can't let go of, we end up in this position. And some people can get very aggro and grouchy and arrogant, and they don't know when to actually get past that and actually really accept the fact that maybe it's time to actually look at spirituality. You know, something out there is crying out to you, but you don't know what it is sometimes. You know, I don't always want to push people into it. You're allowed to have your opinion on what spirituality you want. There is, you know, look at the Greeks. They believe in Greek gods and, you know, in spiritual angels and all that kind of jazz. And then there's, the Greek, you know, Christianity. And then you got the Buddhism. And then you got the Indians' way of doing things, of course. And each way of doing things spiritually is healthy for the mind and body. So when that's in line and in tune with it, it means that you're able to process your past baggage. It means you're able to lay it out and leave it behind. Leave it into rest and let go. And let God take over. Some kind of God out there is waiting for us. Universe. Some universal spiritual God is waiting. So, you know, just because I believe in Christian faith doesn't mean that you have to, and it doesn't mean that you have to actually focus on the same thing as everyone else. Your spirituality is what you want, what works for you. So my goal is to actually respect that and help you find something that works for you. And a lot of people reject it because they're afraid to. And when they do that, they get defensive, they get angry, they get grouchy, they get arrogant. And when someone defends themselves through that, because it feels like they're attacking the other person, and it feels like sometimes they are afraid to realize that actually maybe it is their attitude towards somebody else about spirituality. And even though they're like, oh, I have no intentions, I don't care, I don't want to know about it. And that's when they end up saying like, I have no desire in it and I do not wish to and I don't want you to pressure me into it. And that's when they start getting very defensive. And you've got to be careful how you word it to these people because they can get very judgmental and afraid because they think you're judging them. And that's when we can sometimes ourselves get a little bit afraid. And that's when we get defensive because of this person is their vibe. The negative vibe is hitting you and you don't even know how to respond. So sometimes that happens a lot, especially when you have Christians that try to preach to you, and that's when you are afraid to acknowledge that. And when they pressure you and push you and keep pushing, that's when you go, hold up, dude, back it up. You know, and don't be afraid to be honest with them and say, look, you know, I don't have the same beliefs as you. I don't understand, but don't pressure me into it. Respect that. And sometimes I don't always. But if the person actually is a true Christian, they would respect you, they would respect your decision, and they would keep you in their prayers, and they would not force you into it. This is why prayer is so important. Acknowledging the universe. The universe is actually basically a manifestation, some kind of thing that coming in to light. And of course, God is that light. He is that light, and he always will be. Whatever God it is sitting there, out there waiting for you. And people pressure that. And it's like, hello, you don't need to pressure clients into it. You don't need to pressure others into it. And let alone, let them decide what is best for them. And sometimes they struggle to actually accept that, and then they freak out, right? So your best situation is to actually find a way that works for you. Find something that actually helps nurture your spirit and your body and mind. Because being positive and feeling peaceful within your body, you are more likely to find inner peace. And letting go of resentment of your past, and you're more likely to let go of resentment of past experiences, people who have dragged you down, made you feel unworthy, made you feel like crap. I've come across people like that in my life, and you know what? I worked hard to get where I am now, and I'll tell you what, that's a good reason why I'm a coach. That's why I studied it. That's why I decided, hang on, I could do something great for someone else. And that is why I am teaching you today. So I hope this serves you, and I hope you understand why this triangle makes a very important part of you. So try it and see how you go with that. Because of course, your body, your mind, and your spirit are connected. That's how your body works, man. Your body is all connected. And if it's not settled, it's not, in a peaceful state, how are you going to overcome the battles of negativity? So thinking positive, feeling confident, and letting go of all this resentment is important. This is why I did a resentment exercise that will help battle this experience. And also finding a spiritual journey that works for you. That's why I believed, in my past, I believed in spiritual angels, and I actually believed in crystals, and then that's when I ended up finding myself in a Christian faith. And I'm open-minded to all different types out there, because I'm not judgmental like some people. I am out there and worshipping something that's there. It's out there in this universe. How do you know that, there are so many ways? You just need to connect with it and know. Be still and know that there is a God out there. So I hope this serves you guys, and I really do hope you have a fantastic day. Blessings.